The one thing we're not short on right now is streaming services. Obviously, you'll know things like Netflix, iView, Stan, but there's a new one that launched this week. It launched all around the world and it's called Quibi. Now, it has something technically about it that makes it very distinctive. It's designed specifically for mobile phones. Would you sign up for a streaming service like that? Well, to explain what it is and whether it is necessarily worth signing up for, we have from very socially different locations, we have Angharad Yeo from Good Games Spawn Point on ABC Me, and we have Ray Johnson, the science and technology editor for NITV. Ray, I'm going to put it to you first. What actually is Quibi? Can you describe it for me?
I love Quibi. I'm going to introduce you to Quibi. So it's a mobile phone app, and I think that's the most important point about this. You can't watch any of the programs that are streamed on this service anywhere else. There's no website, you can't use Chromecast, there's no AirPlay, there's no TV apps. You have to watch it on your phone. But what you get with these shows is little maximum 10-minute episodes. And honestly, the content is really, really cool. I think the whole thing is just designed for personal viewing. You know, when you're on a commute or, you know, in the bathroom, I can imagine. Let's be real, it's where people are going to be watching these things. And one of the coolest features about this actually is that you can watch the shows in landscape or portrait, and they look slightly different depending on which one you choose, which is cool. There's a 90-day free trial, which I signed up for instantly, having taken a look at it. But it's $12.99 a month after that, which I think might be a little bit steep at this point in time.
What did you think of the content, Angharad?
I didn't love it. I think that there's some really, really cool ideas there, but it's just not stuff I personally want to watch. Granted, I didn't get to dive as deep into it as I would have liked because I started playing a video and then I'm like, I don't want to sit here in my home watching my phone for 10 minutes. It's definitely something that is made for those commutes or sitting on the toilet.
I'm horrified to hear that this content is not for you. Because honestly, Mark, let me tell you some of the shows that are on this, right? Punk'd is back. Ridiculous. Brainless, perfect viewing, but it's got Chance the Rapper. There's a documentary about LeBron James building a school for underprivileged kids, which is like delivered in little 8-minute episodes. Chrissy Teigen is the new Judge Judy. How can we go past this? However, my all-time favourite new show, there's no competition for this whatsoever. There is a show
I knew you'd love this show.
Murder House Flip. It's like true crime meets house flipping. It's everything I've ever wanted, and every episode only goes for 6 minutes.
I don't have 6 minutes to sit on the couch and like watch something on my phone. I don't even want to watch a 30-second Twitter video, even if someone sends it to me and they're like, this is really funny. I'm like, I'm not going to turn the sound on for this. I think that what they're making is good, but it's the format of sitting on your phone and watching it. It's just not for me.
See, that's an interesting thing there because, like, they've launched with a whole bunch of shows. Like, they've launched with more shows than Apple TV launched, right? And this is the thing. Just because the screen is small doesn't necessarily mean the production was any cheaper. And that's something I'm still trying to wrap my head around because there's like a perception gap there. You sign up for a Netflix or a Stan or what are those? There's a certain perception value because it's on a big screen. And I feel like really in terms of what they're offering, it's not that different to what those streaming services are offering.
I would say that the production value is the same, but you do lose more watching on a small screen. It's just the nature of it. It's the same reason why a cinema experience tends to be more exciting than watching it at home. And obviously people are really moving away from that as we get bigger TVs, and going to the cinema just doesn't sound like as exciting a thing. But I think condensing everything down onto a really small screen, and sometimes a vertical screen, you're gonna lose some things. If I think about watching something like Chef's Table on a small screen, I lose half of the beauty of those shots. Even just recording test shots for this, I'm recording it on my phone, I think it looks great, and then I put it onto a big screen and I'm like, there's so much wrong with this. And I have to adjust and move things around. Maybe I just like sexy camera lenses too much to really feel like I'm getting what I want out of a show on a mobile phone.
For me, the value proposition and you know, why I'm going to try to watch as much of this content within my free 90-day trial as I possibly can and then promptly cancel it. And then cancel is because you can only really watch this on your own. This isn't something that I can share with my husband or my son. I can't, share my password and have my mum and dad be able to watch on my account as well. Like, this is just for me, and for entertainment for me, paying $12.99 a month just isn't worth it, really, if I can't share that with anyone else.
That's a really interesting point. You know what they need to bring in? Like a watch party function. You know how like Netflix rolled out this thing where you can simultaneously watch it with a group of people?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if it had a function like that, if I could say to all my friends that are also on the free 90-day trial, hey, jump on, watch this stupid show where they flip houses where murders happened, I'm in. If I can make that a more social experience, then it's worth it for me.
All right, there is lots more of this in the podcast of Download This Show. We're also talking about some 5G conspiracy theories. You can find that in the podcast, and we'll catch you next time.